I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. A ridge of high pressure building east onto the plains keeps it mostly dry through Monday. After highs warming to around 80 today, will warm into the 80s tomorrow in areas of low humidity over southwest Nebraska and northern Kansas. Fire weather concerns are at elevated to near critical levels once again for tomorrow. A cold front late tomorrow drops our weekend highs to the mid-60s to the mid-70s. Daytime highs rebound to the mid-70s to the low 80s for Monday, just ahead of the next cold front. Rain and thunderstorm chances return for Monday night through Wednesday with the remnants of Hurricane Norma lifting northeast across the plains. Higher rain chances are during the day Tuesday with the possibility of severe storms. Daytime highs drop back to more seasonal levels in the upper 50s to the mid-60s for the middle of next week. Chances of a widespread hard freeze increase the late part of this month with colder than normal temperatures likely, possibly some areas of wintry precipitation in Nebraska. In the long-term forecast, Nebraska and Kansas temperatures predicted to be seasonal to slightly cooler than normal in the middle portion of next week before colder than normal temperatures late next week through the first day of November. Above normal precipitation is likely for Nebraska and Kansas Tuesday through November 1st, especially in the middle of next week. Checking the regional drought monitor, Nebraska improved 6 percentage points to 39% drought-free. It's drought-free to abnormally dry in most west and central areas that are along and west of a line from Elgin to Broken Bow, Cozad, Holdridge, and Franklin, along with the southeast corner. Farther east in south central Nebraska, along with much of the east, are in moderate to severe drought. Coverage of extreme to exceptional drought decreased 3 percentage points to 11% in Nebraska and includes areas along and east of a line from Columbus to Grand Island, Hastings, and Superior. Kansas remains at 17% drought-free, with drought-free to abnormally dry locations in the west and south central, as well as the southeast and northeast corners. A large majority of central and eastern Kansas continues to be in moderate to severe drought. Extreme to exceptional drought coverage dropped a percentage point to 20% in Kansas to include pockets from Stockton to Russell and Beloit, and most locations along and south of a line from Lyons to Council Grove. Key weather factors the markets are watching include light rain in the eastern Corn Belt, drier weather in central Brazil, and heavy rain expected for Argentina and southern Brazil. Low pressure tracking through the Midwest intensifies along the northern Atlantic coast by Saturday. Storm total rainfall could reach about 1 to 2 inches or more in the northeast U.S. Cool, windy weather trails the storm, with widespread frost and freezes expected early next week from the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes into the northeast. Early next week, much colder air begins to overspread northern sections of the Rockies and Plains. Eventually, the remnants of Hurricane Norma, with plenty of tropical moisture, move on to the plains and the Midwest from the eastern Pacific Ocean just off the Mexican coast. That means for the plains and Midwest, harvest delays are likely next week with growing confidence for widespread rainfall. Central Brazil's wet season rains the rest of this week are expected to be light. Moderate to heavy rain moves through southern Brazil today after dealing with flooding and wetness issues for filling and harvest of winter wheat, as well as corn and soybean planting. South Brazil producers have still found a way to get the crops planted, and they'll have to find more ways early next week with more rain in the forecast. Argentina's recent dry weather has been unfavorable for filling winter wheat and corn planting. Northern Argentina saw some rain yesterday, but the main growing area of the central did not see much. Early next week, chances increase in Argentina for more widespread and heavier rain. I'm Paul Perkins. That's a check of your ag weather.